It's basically the floor from Indiana Jones 1, but the entire island.
And they go on the tree. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how it works. I don't know. Yeah. No thanks.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
No.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Popcorn Bucket List. And, well, I am happy to report, you're mentioning it's kind of chilly out there. I do believe at the time of this recording, we are above 0 degrees. Finally.
Hey, let's go.
Take the victories where we can, I suppose, here. But, got a pretty simple episode here today. Nothing out of the ordinary as far as recording or anything like that. Just for the record, we're not going to do that again anytime soon. That was way harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But you have a point to make?
Yes. Talking about the weather, I did see a really funny video. I don't know where it was out of, if it was out of Texas or somewhere, but a TV reporter was trying to scrape the windshield. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have not seen this.
And he's got absolutely no idea what he's doing. Does not know how to scrape his windshield. And he's got like this spray stuff he's spraying on it. It's hilarious. Top tier comedy for us northern folk.
It's probably someone from Mississippi.
Yeah, it's like,
those people are doomed.
You've never had ice on your car ever.
Yeah.
And
so at a certain point, you can't really judge them, but we can still laugh at them.
But if you're doing live news about it and going to show people how to do it,
you should do a practice run.
Probably do your producer's car real quick. Like,
someone had to do it to the van to drive out there, right? Like you couldn't have shown them how to do it or make sure it worked or something like that.
I don't know. It was really funny though, and I think it was real. I'm pretty sure it was real. I don't think it was. It was for sure wasn't AI, but I don't think it was a skit either.
You don't think it was a bit?
No, he looked too like you can tell when people look actually like,
Yeah, I might have to see if I can find that somewhere. But we don't have to worry about that. We know how to scrape our windshields around here. But speaking of being able to survive and everything, that actually kind of perfectly segues me into today's opening spotlight. So we're going to be talking about the best and worst movie deserted islands to be stranded on. This weekend, we see the premiere of the latest Sam Raimi movie, Send Help. So this week, we're going to be talking about deserted islands throughout TV and movies here. No real special criteria. Nothing too crazy with this. Just kind of a little simple roundtable discussion. A couple of ones we think are the worst or the best or whatever. I maybe didn't say we could do multiple if you thought of others. I know you wrote down one or two here. I didn't want to type out a bunch of rounds or whatever.
No, so. You're good. You're good.
I don't know. Do you have a preference of which one we're going to start on? Worst, best?
No.
Okay, well then we'll just go how it's written here in the outline.
Perfect.
Let's start off with the worst ones that we would absolutely not want to be stranded on because we feel like there's just less chance of survival, or we just don't like our odds, or just something rubs us the wrong way here. What are some of the worst deserted islands to be put on? What do you got for yours?
So I'm going with Shutter Island. Now, the reason I'm going with that one, super interesting. So I've seen what dementia and kind of delusions and stuff inside your head can do to people in real life. And after being playing football and feeling the early onset stages of that, of Alzheimer's, I think that's the scariest thing imaginable. And the movie was awesome, but the whole movie kind of spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, you probably should. And it's been out for like 15 years. It's been a while now. Yeah. The realization that, he's a patient here. He's not a detective. Like, it's a whole different thing. So everything that's going on in his mind is completely fake, sort of. So like that to me is the scariest thing. Like, and even though people that do suffer from this, there is glimpses and moments of you're aware of what's going on and what is kind of happening, even though you might not fully be aware, but it's like, I don't remember how I got here. I don't know any of this. I must have it. And then back to kind of whatever was going on. So to me, that was like scary. That's scary because that's my future. I'm going to be on Shutter Island.
I'm going to put you on that island. I'll be the Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Just kind of leading you along. Be like, yep, solve that case.
Yeah.
Solve that case.
It's going to be wild.
Yeah, that one would be pretty bad. Also, the cells look very damp.
Yeah,
in some of those scenes. I don't deal well with damp. I don't want that.
Yeah, damp's not good.
It just smells bad after a while.
Yeah.
So the one I'm going to say, one of the first ones I thought of for worst would be the island in Lord of the Flies. Mm-hmm. Mainly because of the age group that is there. You've got younger preteen boys. Those are some of the most rambunctious, some of the least well-behaved.
Yeah.
And now I got to be the adult in this situation?
Yeah.
No. I'm going to let them do their thing on their half of the island. I don't care if you judge me, think that's morally bad. I'm going to go to the other side of the island. I'm going to leave them to be where they are. They end up fine. And I only saw like the first half of the movie last night. They end up fine, right? It's all good. I can leave them. That'd be good.
I forgot that they made a movie about.
I think it was a 1960s film.
Yeah, I've read the book. Yeah. But I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I didn't.
I should watch.
I didn't read the book, so I mean they're fine, right? They're good. Yeah, I'm good morally speaking. I can just leave them alone.
Just leave them alone
and not be okay. Good,
because then
as long as you've said it,
then you're not a part of the problem.
Exactly.
Hey, they're doing that stuff over there.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Doesn't concern me.
They figured it out.
Over here.
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna make sure I get all my bearings, and then I'll check on them after like a year.
Yeah,
maybe 2 or 3 after they've gone through puberty and all that. Yeah. I'm good. Do we got any other worst ones we want to talk about here? Any others that came to your mind?
Worst ones? Not necessarily. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Did you think of some?
I had a few. I actually, oddly enough, I came up more for best. I thought it'd be harder to come up with best. I came up with actually quite a few for best, believe it or not.
Okay.
Just a couple other generic ones, I would say. This was actually one of the other ones I did watch last night, the 1932 movie version of The Most Dangerous Game.
Oh, yep.
Just because I don't know if I'd like my odds against a hunter. I think maybe I'd have a chance. Yeah. I think I've seen enough survival stuff. I think I'd do all right, but I don't like my odds overall.
And were you just watching desert or island movies last night? Or?
Yeah, I watched a few.
Okay.
To prep for this show.
All right. I like it.
I prep not only in the studio, but outside in the real world too.
Whoa!
I'm always prepping.
I like it.
24/7 prepping.
Prepping.
That's my motto.
Could we call you a prepper?
Probably not.
No?
No, just for the show.
Just for the show. Okay.
Plus the Dangerous Game. Plus the Dangerous Game one from 1932 is only like an hour long. So.
Oh yeah.
It's literally only 63 minutes. So. The only one I was thinking of is I guess you could argue the Jurassic Park islands. I guess it kind of depends on which island and at which point in time. Because I would argue, so you do have essentially 2 islands. One was a nature reserve. You definitely want to stay away from that one. That was the one they were essentially on for 2 and 3. However, the first island that was in Jurassic Park 1 and Jurassic World, you could argue was only haywire and dangerous for a very small amount of time.
Yeah.
If I time it just right, it was bad for all those people who went to the theme park. But if I went to the theme park like a week before those events, I can hang out, see all the dinosaurs. Yeah, even a day before it starts. Yeah. It was really just 24 hours.
Yeah.
That island sucked. 2 24-hour periods where that island sucked. There are 365 days in a year. Yeah. I like my odds.
Yep. That's pretty good.
So that one could be best or worst depending on when. But the other island was always bad. So don't go to that one. You want to move on to best? Ones that here's some ones that we think actually we would have a good chance or we'd like to be deserted on. Why don't you kick off yours?
So right away, I thought of some movies and kind of bounced back and forth. And I was like, well, would I really like that? But then I thought to myself, the one island movie that has stuck with me since I was a kid, I'm going with, of course, Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Now, this film came out in 1998, and I remember asking my parents if I could watch this on TV because I'm pretty sure it played on Halloween in 1998, and I was amped because as soon as I got done trick-or-treating, I wanted to watch this. And this might have been my first, I would say, television event because they had advertised for it so long, and I wanted to make sure to get home and watch this. And it was the first time it was premiering, and I thought I first I really liked Scooby-Doo back when I was a kid. And this was a pinnacle, I would say pinnacle home cinema. And yeah, you got the gang going down to Louisiana to a real haunted place, which I visited last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't remember. But I loved the voodoo-ness, you get that southern drawl and the southern charm. Fantastic. Loved it. Would I go to Louisiana for ghost stories? Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Man, Scooby-Doo movie on like Halloween night must have been like peak childhood.
Yeah, when you're just a little kid, it's
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, you get dressed up, you go out, and then obviously you're home by like 7 o'clock because it's getting dark and it's cold. And you sit down. I got my bowl full of candy, and my mom said I could watch Scooby-Doo because I'm pretty sure it was it was probably Y7 maybe. Y was So maybe it might have been even, I don't know. But it was like, this is scary. Yeah. And I'm all for it.
Plus, that's arguably one of the most underrated Scooby-Doo movies when you think about the fact 100%. That one had probably some of the better plot twists.
Yeah.
Because it's called Zombie Island, but I mean, it really doesn't have to do with the zombies as much.
Like
that's
just
not that's not the main bad guy there. But yeah, it's a good one. So one of the first ones that I came up with as far as best would be the island from Muppet Treasure Island. Now, I don't even necessarily have to be looking for the treasure necessarily, but finding out that eventually there was treasure on this island, maybe I stumbled upon it before they even get there.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, granted, it doesn't really do me any good there because I'm stranded, but it's still kind of cool.
Still be cool.
But the worst case scenario here, I get to meet the Muppets, and I get to hang out with the Muppets, and we get to go in this cool, and we get Tim Curry pirate. Obviously, that's another bonus there for sure. But me, Kermit and Curry, hunting treasure. That's the best island to hang out on right there. That'd be pretty fun for sure.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's the first one I came up with here. But,
I want to hear your list of other ones.
So some of the other ones I came up with, the island from Swiss Army Man, just because I feel like that for the one that I think I'd have the best chance of survival, because you have the Swiss Army Man and he has a lot of
unique things,
abilities and all that sort of stuff. So as far as one of best chance of survival, that's probably the one. I also thought of Isle of Dogs, just because I love dogs, and having a few of them as companions, I think would be pretty cool. You need a little companionship when you're stranded and all that.
When you're
sort of
stranded,
stuff.
You need. Some people find dogs. Some people find a volleyball.
Yeah. And neither are fine. Honestly, no one's there to judge you. Yeah. The only other one I thought of was the island from the Blue Lagoon, and I believe there's been a few movies made about this one, but this is the one about like the two kids who are essentially cousins who kind of fall in love, whatever. Yeah. I don't care about that. I'm removing the plot in this one. That island, as far as I'm concerned, those two were able to build like huge tree houses and sustain themselves for years as kids. There's got to be a lot of resources on that island. Another one that I think would have a really good chance of surviving overall. So again, that's one of the ones I'm removing the plot. I just want the island.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, so those are our picks. Let us know in the comments which movie or TV show Deserted Island. Another one I thought of, I didn't take because I figured you would take it, the island from Gilligan's Island. Seems like a fun one, right?
Yeah, but it's just too much.
Okay, would you prefer it if you had the crew from Gilligan there or not there? Do you think what would make it better or worse for you?
If I had some of the crew. Not all of the crew.
Touche.
Some of the crew. Also, one I kind of thought like it wasn't a couples retreat on an island.
Yes, I believe they were. Yeah,
that'd be cool because then my wife and I could go do fun, cool island stuff.
Yeah, jet skis for everyone, right?
Yep.
But yeah, those are a few of our picks. Let us know in the comments which movie or TV show Deserted Island you would most like to be stranded on, or which ones you would definitely not want to be stranded on. One you like, nah, that's not going to go well.
What's that one with all the snakes? There's like a snake island, like a real,
like the real life one?
A real life, like snakes
I know which one
everywhere.
I know which one you're talking about. Is it outside of Japan?
It could be. I don't know.
I might be thinking of a different island.
But it's like, if you were just to drop a pinpoint within like 3 feet, there's like guaranteed a snake by you.
It's basically the floor from Indiana Jones 1, but the entire island.
And they go in the tree. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how it works. I don't know. Yeah. No thanks.
Nope. No.
No.
Hey, we talk a lot about movies on this channel, but sometimes the ones we talk about aren't the most accessible. That's where the Marshall-Lyon County Library comes in handy. They have a great collection of physical media, as well as a couple of online services with many options for movies, TV shows, and documentaries. It's easy. Just get your own library card at the Marshall-Lyon County Library and gain access to their large variety of movies, TV shows, and of course, books. Also, be sure to check back every month as we here at Popcorn Bucket List make specific movie recommendations based on a monthly theme. So head on over to the Marshall-Lyon County Library for some of our favorites and check out the channel to get even more movie recommendations. And now, on with the show! But now it's time to move on to the weekly preview here, talk about all the movies coming out this weekend, including the one that involves a stranding on an island and all that sort of stuff. Send Help, coming straight to theaters, rated R. A new, young, egotistical executive and an experienced subordinate employee get stranded on a deserted island where the roles seem to have been reversed. Now they must not only survive the elements, but the new power dynamic. Do you think we could survive on a deserted island? Just me and you?
Yeah.
Just us two. You think we could do it? Mm-hmm. Think we could figure it out?
For a certain amount of time, yeah.
How long do you think we'd go for?
Depends on the island. Depends the fresh water, or it's obviously got to be salt water. Can you fish?
I've fished twice in my life.
Oh no, I could survive on an island.
I feel like you'd be the Rachel McAdams in this, and I'd be the Dylan O'Brien, where I'm kind of wounded and like. I think you got this. You got this, bud.
I do have a question about that. So when you say survive, as you like, I guess you could say define it. Does that mean you like live the entire time and escape, or like, you know what I mean?
I always took survive as just. You're able to continuously live life for as long as you need to, whether eventually someone rescues you or you just kind of figure out this is new life now. This is just how new life is, I guess.
So like if you survive for like a year, but you have sustainable food, sustainable shelter, you have a daily routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
That's kind of how I interpreted survive, I suppose.
Because at some point we would probably get some random disease from something, and then you're dead.
Well, then
you're dead.
That's just game over.
Yeah,
it's Oregon Trail all over again.
Yep.
Oh, that's what someone should make, Oregon Trail, but the Caribbean, and it's just you have to survive a deserted island, and then no matter what you do, you got syphilis from a monkey.
Yeah. Somebody should talk to Mr. Beast about that.
No, because then he'd do it for real, and people are going to die.
It'd be awesome, except for that part.
Jesus.
No, they have medical staff. They'll be all right.
Oh, my God.
I like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I know you
It's funny. I like Mr. Beast TV shows. I don't like him as a YouTuber.
That is kind of ironic in a weird way, but...
his TV shows are great.
Okay.
They're so good.
I don't get how it could be that much different than his YouTube stuff.
That's the thing. It's not that different, but when I watch it on TV, I get a different feeling. When I watch it on YouTube, I feel like this is trash.
Is that how you feel when we post this podcast on YouTube? You're like, it's trash, but if I played YouTube on your TV, you'd be like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yes, he does.
It's elevated. It's elevated when it's television.
Oh, my God.
It's elevated.
Watch us on both YouTube and TV as well, I guess.
Yeah.
For the exact same budget, too.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you mentioned earlier, I have been watching a few Deserted Island movies and looking into a lot of them here, kind of prepping for the show here. And I have noticed the theme is actually very consistent amongst all these movies if there are multiple people involved in it. And the theme on pretty much every Deserted Island movie is the board is now clear. It doesn't matter what your standing was socially, economically, whatever it is, whoever you were out in the real world, whoever the other person was with you, you are now base stats at 0.
Yep.
As soon as you step onto an island here. And that's kind of the same thing here. And I love this sort of dynamic and this sort of idea with this movie is looking at it, there have been sort of these sort of power dynamics or social standings that are different between two people than they're on the island and all that sort of stuff. You could argue Gilligan's Island also did this. Mm-hmm. But now we're kind of seeing it in a workplace setting where it's like and the roles have 180 shifted here, which I really find this kind of interesting and fascinating with this movie. So I love the setting. I love the Sam Raimi-ness of it. I think I read this is like the first Sam Raimi movie that's rated R in like over 20 years that he's done.
Perfect. Hopefully it's, to be honest, hot take, I liked Doctor Strange. I know a lot of people didn't, but I thought some of the scenes, the scene where they're running in the tunnel and then like time freezes and the water freezes and then he comes up, super awesome. That little sequence was beautifully shot. So I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, what I'm trying to get at here is it's been a while since we've seen full Raimi.
Yeah, and it's going to be great.
This movie mainly really has two stars in it, like we kind of mentioned before, Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, in two very good-looking performances here as well, I think. So I think this is one that when I kind of first saw that trailer last year, I was like, this could have almost made my most anticipated of the year, I think. Yeah. Would have been probably in top 20.
Yeah.
Not quite my top 15, but top 20.
Top 20.
I'm looking forward to this one.
I agree.
Also coming out is Shelter. This one's also coming to theaters, also rated R. After living in hiding for years, a former assassin goes on the run from his former government. However, the more they dig into his past, the more they realize there is more to the story. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our yearly Jason Statham generic action movie.
Yep.
Generally comes out January, February. At this point, it's practically a yearly holiday.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Call it Jason January.
Jason January. I like it. I love it, actually, because I'm going to go watch this, and it's going to be filled to the brim with action. He's going to say some sweet one-liners, probably going to save the day. Can't wait.
This one does, I feel like out of all the ones we have seen, this one interests me the least, if I'm going to be completely honest. This one just kind of looked like Jason Statham wanted to do a UK version of Jason Bourne. Like, there is almost a moment where even as they're, like, in their control room and they're like, oh, here's the over-shoulder shot. It, like, zooms in. I wanted to, like, play the Jason Bourne theme over. It was like, oh, my God, it's Jason Statham.
Yeah. Whee! Yeah, that'd be really funny.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. I really like a good Jason Statham movie. Very rarely does he make a bad one.
Yeah.
A lot of them are pretty middle of the road to pretty good. So you got to give him that credit. As many as he's almost never gone like, he's never quite ever reached, Sylvester Stallone status or whatever, but he's never been to like Steven Seagal cheap. Yeah. Like, okay, this is trash.
This is trash. So. Yeah. It's all fun and they're all good. The acting is very okay, but it's not necessarily about the acting. It's about the action. And the action is usually always on point.
Also coming out here this weekend, Iron Lung. This one's also coming straight to theaters, also rated R. This is basically an indie movie based off of an indie sort of video game. A convicted felon is sent on a very unique mission to try and find something that may help save humanity after what is called the Quiet Rapture. Been a lot of talk about raptures here recently on online, if you've been on TikTok or whatever here. So is this predicting something?
I don't know. But all I know is I think this movie's going to be huge. I think it's going to make a ton of money.
You think so?
Yes. This is a YouTube creator movie, and people and kids love Markiplier. They do. I know people that have asked me about this movie that I don't even know the last time they were in a movie theater. And they're asking me, have you seen it yet? It's like, no, it hasn't come out yet.
I love that question. If people who are out there asking, like, have you seen it yet? I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not coming out. Well,
the earliest it comes out is 48 hours from now.
Yeah. And it's like, it's got Markiplier in it. It's like, okay. I don't know what he's like making movies. I don't know. But I think there's a certain age group and a certain genre. Like, I'd never heard of this game before, and I'm pumped for it. I do think this. I was talking with somebody earlier. I think they're gonna make the most out of the most of what they have. They probably have a smaller budget, very limited, and they are just pushing it to the max. And I'm in for it. I want to watch it.
I'm surprised you have that take. I don't think this is going to be as big of a hit as you think it will.
See, the thing is, I was like, there's nobody going to like, what is this? And then, oh, it's Markiplier. It's like, is he still? I didn't think he was that.
That's my
relevant.
point. Is Markiplier as big of a YouTuber as he once was?
I don't know.
I think he's still, pretty big. He has stepped away from YouTube for the past couple of years, literally just to make this movie. And I don't know, I think he's kind of kept people updated. I've seen some videos and things like that about his movie. He's very passionate about it. And I think if he put as much passion into the movie as he's shown, then it is going to be pretty darn good. And it's probably well worth a watch.
You see, I'm not commenting on whether or not it's going to be worth a watch. I think it will have its fan base, but I think first of all, I don't think Markiplier is as big of a star as he once was, and that just happens. But B, I had never heard of this video game, and C, the title doesn't really tie into or even sound like what this movie is. Like the title, like if you are just going into this with nothing, you have no idea what Iron Lung is, and if I started telling you what it is, like, well, that doesn't really make sense, but maybe kind of.
I think it's supposed to be symbol for like the people that actually went into real iron lungs to help them breathe.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, I think
I get it, but is the general all I'm going to say is this. Silent Hill probably arguably has a bigger fan base, and that movie bombed last week. And that was after 20 years of hype.
Yeah.
Now we have a YouTuber who's not as big promoting a video game that wasn't as big.
Yeah.
In a weekend that already has other bigger stars in it and everything like that.
It's true. But I don't know.
Look, I want to be proven wrong. I say this all the time. I want to be proven wrong, but
I just know that there's going to be maybe I should rephrase it. There will be a group of people only going to watch this because it's Markiplier.
Yeah.
It's the only reason. Yeah. And I don't know. We'll see.
He's the only thing to see. Is this the weekend with the smallest number of cast members ever?
Yeah,
because you have Send Help, which essentially only has two
people.
You have this, which essentially is one. It's not like there's a lot of people in shelter.
Yeah, a lot of people getting beat up, but you don't see their face. Yeah, it's the same guy getting beat up about 10 times.
Yeah,
but
exactly. So this might be the weekend with the smallest cast list ever.
Yeah.
Which, do more with what you got, I suppose. But I don't know. Anything else we want to say about this one?
No. I'm excited, though.
Yeah.
I wish I could see Silent Hill.
It'll be interesting to see how it does. I will say that much for sure. But last but certainly not least here, we're going to talk about Arco. This one did already premiere, but now expanded to more theaters here. And since it was just nominated for Best Animated Feature Film last week, figure we could talk about it here this week now. So like I said, this is an animated movie. It features a boy from the year 3000. Here time travel is possible, and the young man accidentally crash lands in the year 2075. He, along with a young girl and her robot companion, do everything they can to return him back to the future. Yeah,
I was gonna say I was waiting for it.
There are definitely some story similarities there. He's back in the past. They got to figure out how to way to get him back. You've seen that in a lot of time travel stories and all that too. But I do feel like this has this is a very fresh look. It has some very fresh ideas, very good looking visuals. This is something that might be right up my alley.
Yeah, I think it's if you get the opportunity to watch it, I think you're gonna really enjoy it.
The other interesting fun fact about this is Natalie Portman was a major producer in this whole project, and she also ended up doing some voice work for the English dub. There's actually a very interesting, very good cast here for the English dub. You got Will Ferrell, America Ferrera, Mark Ruffalo, Andy Samberg, and Flea, as in from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Interesting.
Flea.
Interesting.
I had to look that one up. I was like, are there two different Fleas out there?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I feel like I almost got to watch this movie just to see if I could find where Flea is.
Which one he is, yeah.
Watch this. He's the main kid. He's the boy the whole time.
Yeah, now that you say that, the trailer, there was like, I know that voice from somewhere. It's like, oh, yep.
I definitely recognized Andy Samberg's voice towards the end there. I was like, that's Samberg. And I had already knew before watching this trailer that Portman was a part of it. And I know they have a little bit of a relationship because they had worked together on SNL a few times or whatever. So I was like, oh, that's probably Andy Samberg. But then I looked into it and it was like, yeah, there's actually some pretty good voice cast here. But yeah, Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Sweet.
He's not even the main vocalist. He's their bassist.
I
need to know how Flea got a part of this Best Picture animated movie.
Good agent.
I guess so. That's all it takes sometimes. But let's move on then to some number one recommends. I have myself listed first. Were you planning on talking about Mercy, or were you going to do some other stuff here?
I was probably going to talk about Mercy.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you were going to talk about Beast Games or something like that. Or
I haven't watched the new season yet.
Oh. The guy who...
Is it all out? Is it? I don't know.
A few of the episodes are. It's just...
I'm going to wait till the end.
It's just the guy who...
you can talk about Mercy. I got something better.
You got something else? Yeah. Okay, you can go to something else then. All right. So, yeah, I'll kick us off here with Mercy.
Mercy?
I think we kind of mentioned this in our short review. Didn't go in with a lot of expectations. I'll admit that. And so I do think that led to part of my reaction after the fact here. But I just overall had a really good time. I was interested the whole time. I have a few, looking back on it, I was kind of like, well, the mystery got a little bit more predictable as the story went along and everything like that. And the movie introduces a lot of ideas and possible discussions about AI and the criminal justice system, and then doesn't really follow through with them or whatever. So I could see where some people maybe were bothered by that. But I really like the visuals. There are moments where he's in this room where it showed different perspectives and all that. I did think there was a good amount of tension here. And overall, I was very impressed by it. So, I'd say go check that one out for sure. But what are you going to be recommending here this weekend?
So I'm going with the George R.R. Martin classic, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. This is a tale of Sir Duncan the Tall and Egg, his learning squire. It just basically takes this is actually one of my favorite books. It's much shorter than the Game of Thrones book, or the Song of Ice and Fire books, way shorter. It takes place probably, I don't know, 100 years, a couple hundred years, I think, or maybe 100 years before the events of Game of Thrones. So it's just started. I watched the first episode. Hopefully watch the second episode tonight. So far, so good. It really brings you back into that world, and I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to finish it.
Well, it's going to do it for us here on this episode of Popcorn Bucket List. The countdown to the 98th annual Oscar ceremony is on. So if you wish to see as many of the nominated films as possible before the show and everything like that, make sure you follow us on our social media channels, where I will start posting where you can watch them all and everything like that. So as of right now, I believe HBO Max has like the most of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like 7 on there, I think, at least.
I'll have to check that out. Also, check your local theaters. They will be playing a lot of these as we get closer to Oscar season.
I know Hamnet has been in theater here for this past week and everything like that, so I did get a chance to check that one out. So yeah, I try to cover at least the Best Picture nominees. If I can get to all, each year I get a little bit closer. I don't get to all 10 yet, but each year I get a little bit closer. One year is like 7. I think last year I got to 8 of them. Hoping to get at least, I want to get them all. I want to get them all in there. So yeah, you're right. Keep your eye out for those as well. For myself, Ryan, and Carter, we'd like to thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the movies.
Cha, brah.